Hey, people. Right door. Union Pacific. Robert Weaver, how you do, buddy? I think I've finally deciphered the W in Dream W. Took far too long, honestly. Say hello, everybody. We've got The Myth.
Hello.
We got Nicola Chan.
Hi.
We got Wild Frenzy.
Hello.
Got a bit of an echo. And we got Zero. Why don't you give us a couple of clicks there, buddy? There we go. Alright then, let's get a lappy going. We will start off with a random gold random.
What is that?
Yeah, we got the radio playing like GTA style. Let's get rid of that.
It's not me.
I'm muting my phone stream thing.
Cool. Right then.
Live chatting.
Let's do it from yeah. Boom. Bang. Boom. So I'm going to be bringing you the Salarian Infiltrator again because I've had one hell of a time getting the build together that I always wanted. Turns out I already had it. The Black Widow. The Black Widow. It's not on this character. Explain more in the gameplay. Let's go ahead and just get the right mods on. I'm going to go ahead and treat myself to some disruptor rounds. And a sniper amp. Tickety talk.
What to play, what to play.
Very blue-faced lobby here. Nope, never mind.
Oh, are we doing Angara theme?
Oh, there we are.
Inside.
It's the full pack. Check it out, people. Whoops. I mean, that's kind of funny, but Myth is done tootin'. Recently got a Dan unlock recently. Always happy to see that. You'll always get that shout out, Union. Don't you worry about it.
God. Angarang bang.
Angarang bang. Anger bang. Okay, so we got Magma against somebody. Oh, we got a new face here. Scatsbury. How you doing, buddy? Always welcome. And Ronick is here. Pulled himself away from his organ.
That sounds dodgy, but...
I purposely went that way.
Oh, there.
Right, who are we up against?
Yes.
Kett.
Did we use the Kinexis now?
Okay.
Never mind. Everyone's using a different Angara character. Except you, who's using a ugly thing.
You look like the fucking licorice all sorts guy. So,
At least my face is on a brand.
Free for a game. Alright, Kyle, we'll get you in. We'll get you in. That's terrible shooting. Right, so yeah, the dream always was to just make this guy the ultimate in precision shooting. And I thought I was going to do that with like the Black Widow or something. You know it works from ME3. That's really not the case for this game. And even though, yeah, the Vanquisher offers precision shots and stuff like that, because it's like a 4-shot gun, it just, I don't know, it's a kind of hit and miss. It feels more like a pistol to me, like a really damn good pistol. And it does a sniper rifle, and I just wanted to just have that sweet sniper action with this guy, with just a really hard-hitting weapon that I feel like I could just cloak, drain, shoot, and they die. Oh, he's a corpse. But, unfortunately, although you can get that damage, you've got to wait like fucking 5 minutes a piece, or a pop more accurately, to do it again. The Black Widow is just not fun to use. I hate it. And I found that with many other weapons afterwards. Because I thought, alright then, if the Black Widow's not going to do it, if I got to wait for days to get a recharge or the reload on it, I'll try something else. And I finally found myself going through the sniper category, which I told myself I was going to do a long time ago. And I discovered that I only like 2 of the sniper rifles. It's awful, because like the Asari, love the feel and the damage of that weapon, but the reload speed, just no. It's boring. It is super tedious to pull that trigger and then just have your character stand around waiting before he can do it again. I can't. It just completely kills the pace of the game. And it's a pace that doesn't even match this game. I think the only time that you're ever going to feel comfortable with a gun like that is if you're going to go with camping strategies, where you're not, that you've basically brought the game to a sluggish kind of pace. Yeah, those reload speeds are great for that. And also, something to note is that the reload animation is longer when you're in cover, so it actually kind of syncs up much better. The feedback's alright if you're kind of reloading while in hard cover. Because when you do it outside of cover, you'll see your character doing a reload animation, and then the little reload thing on the screen, that will stick around, you know, noticeable for quite a noticeable amount of time after the fact. And yeah, it's awful. It's one of those annoying things where you're just there hitting the button, and all that does is just stop you in your tracks. And I can't fucking hit anything at the moment. This is ridiculous. Need to get away from you Angaras. And yeah, so that was painful. I mean, I think that was some of the least fun I've had with the game in quite a long time. I was really bummed out using stuff like the Asari. I even tried the Remnant. The Remnant I like as well. I like its 2-shot. I discovered in the end that I'm quite much happier just firing 2 normal shots as to using the charge shot. That just takes too long for my liking to get that charge shot out. I mean, it's all right if you're still kind of tracking a target, and then, you know, you can obviously instantly follow a charge shot up with an uncharged shot for some really nice damage, key shock style stuff. But then the reload, and the reload. I hate it. It's just. That's the problem with like any kind of like interesting mechanics in this game or interesting damage. It's always kind of just toppled by this awful feedback. I mean, I hate the charge guns for basically the same reason. You know, you can't move when you're charging. You can walk when you charge, and no, this game's got more mobility than any Mass Effect before it. So that's the last thing I want from any kind of weaponry. And yeah, it's horrible. I tell you what, I tried the Inferno. That's all right. It's okay. The damage though is, yeah. The damage is what upsets me. Because when you do overheat that gun, you can get about, I don't know, I want to say 4 shots out of it before the thing overheats. That overheat is quite long, but what's really nice is there's no animation. Your character can still keep moving while that's in play, which honestly makes it one of the sniper rifles I don't hate. Even though I would love to see the damage go much higher on it. I tried stuff like the Valiant too, which isn't a bad gun. Don't get the wrong idea. What it suffers with is being inferior to the Vanquisher, which it shouldn't be because it's a whole grade of weapon higher. But yeah, this is what I just found. It's like I wanted to find a niche for the Salarian Infiltrator, but I can't right now. The weapons just really don't allow for it, unless you've got the patience of a saint. I hate many of the weapons in the game still, and it's not even their damage. It's their DPS that I hate, because that standing around waiting for your next opportunity to shoot. No, thank you. I'll give it a hard pass. Because the Vanquishers, this is why the Vanquisher's just king in this game. It's light, it's powerful, It's got a quick reload. It's got a nice rate of fire. You know, it's got multiple... It just ticks all the boxes, and then they start throwing in these other weapons that have got one aspect of it, and then none of the others, and you're like, why would you? When they're not offering... When that one aspect they do isn't better than the Vanquisher, why? And that's the problem. These niches aren't being taken care of, and so there just isn't that much variety. I tried stuff like the Ushio. It doesn't feel nice, but it's got no feeling, which is my ultimate problem. But the damage just isn't great either. I do prefer that thing with 3 shots using the magazine boost, but no, just not happy. Fucking auto aim is going mental here right now. Let me pick your ass up. Come on.
I reckon BioWare still needs to
that's a problem.
attention to the ultra rare weapons because they're still not good.
Yeah, no, they're not. Like I was just saying, the Ushio needs to be better. No doubt about it.
In the Soned and the Roserad are good, and the Darn's good, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Darn's amazing. I do, big fan of the Darn. But right now, I'd say, if you're not, for the sniper rifles anyway, it's all about the bloody Vanquisher and the Shadow. Ugh, fuck out of my way. Get over. Jump over. There we go. Knew you could do it. So yeah, I've been having just an awful time, honestly, just trying to find a real nice precision sniper for this character, and in the end I found it right at the beginning of the game. It's the Vanquisher. That's what you want.
3 more to go.
It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Enemies down. Keep your guard up.
I've tweaked him slightly as well. I've just been looking at the number, paying more attention to the numbers now. It's like I made his energy drain more efficient while simultaneously still stripping shields nice and giving me shields back. So yeah, other than that though, the build's identical to how it's always been, and until something more is done with the weapons, I can't make it any different, honestly, unfortunately. Lord knows I've tried. Oh, okay, don't energy drain, just keep reloading, that's cool. Oh, glad you don't do that at point blank range anymore. Yep. Where's he going? It hurts the most with like the Ishiray for me though. I love the feeling of that gun. I just hate the reload speed. It literally bums me out. I have a very, very unfun time when I'm playing with the Ishiray just because that reload speed is just unacceptable. It's too long. Nothing in this game needs to be that long. That's not how you balance it. If you're just going to make players stand around... What's that, sorry?
The speed isn't so much the problem, it's the bugginess of the animation and the interruption of everything that just restarts the...
Yeah, I know.
That makes it...
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the game's in conflict with that kind of design. It's like you can't have these really long reload speeds if you're going to make every faction have these characters that can fly in out of nowhere and force you to start that reload all over again. It's just not fun. It's terrible. They feel like, oh, the only way we can reel back this damage is by, oh my god, will the fucking first aid please work? The only way to reel back this damage is to make players stand around for fucking ages in every match. It's constantly. It's awful. I hate it. I don't have fun with them. Yeah, so very disappointed in my experimentation with... I gotta deal with this anointed. Where the fuck is he? Oh my god, I'm just playing terribly. Although that sticky was sweet. Okay, well, at least the energy, the first aid thing actually worked eventually. Bang. I mean, the reload's not ideal on this, but it's nowhere near as obnoxious as the other weapons get. I mean, if you want, like, a certain DPS for these weapons, just lower their damage and make them reload so much faster. Because just standing around doing nothing is...
Reload cancelling, man.
I'm not
Reload
playing!
cancelling back.
Oh, yeah, bring back reload cancelling, please. It just adds an extra layer to a simple function. It's like, yes, okay, if I don't have to practice anything, I can just have the guns reload eventually. All I gotta do is be a little bit patient. That's fine. But if I want to master this little reload cancelling trick, suddenly I can up my DPS incredibly.
Nice save.
It wouldn't take much, just make the reload faster than the actual bloody animation.
I mean, as soon as my character's finished his animation, I should be able to fucking move. That shouldn't be a thing for any gun. That I gotta stand there, and it's like, what's happening? That's what it leaves me asking. It's like, what's happening right now? Why is my character just stood here, doing nothing? And the game doesn't have an answer. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
It's the only way. It's the gun's too strong without this. It's like, well, you need to change how the gun works then.
What's also stupid, and it's included in that reload thing, but you can already start shooting before the reload is complete, and then it will just bring your old magazine magically back into the gun that you already, according to the animation, took out. You shouldn't be able.
Oh yeah.
To
if it gets
fire
cancelled
at
last
that
minute.
point.
Yeah. And yeah, and that's just all part of the terrible feedback that we're getting as the players. Is like, no, I just watched my character stick a magazine in that weapon. Don't tell me now because a dog hit me while the circle was still spinning, I've got to put another magazine in my gun. Where did the other one go? You know, that's what we're seeing, and it's frustrating as hell. Well, watch out, fiend. If my play with the Salarian Infiltrator is sloppy as hell right now, it's because I've just had an incredibly frustrating last couple of hours with him, just trying all these different weapons that just did not work. So yeah, snipers to look out for, Shadow and Vanquisher. Once you get them, just don't even think about the others. There are no others.
I use the Black Widow on the human infiltrator just for thematic reasons.
Yeah, because she literally is a Black Widow. Read the bio for the character if you like.
Yeah, I don't read bios.
It's quite tragic, her story. It's like a whole family died, so she went, fuck it, new galaxy for me.
Yeah.
And her hair's black. Can't say it's all deep.
That much,
Doesn't get much deeper than that.
You can paint her black as well.
I took a character and I painted her black. Oh! Bang.
No, I thought this guy was meant to be able to reprime with his tech combo pool.
Yeah, if you got it to his middle stat to rank 3, you can.
Yeah, of course I do.
I don't know what level your guy is, I wasn't paying attention.
Level 20.
Alright, gay. How's chat going, Nick? Anybody agreeing or disagreeing with my points of view?
Union says, fun fact, you can get on the roof of this map. I didn't know that.
Really? Okay, I didn't actually.
You can get there for 2 seconds and then you respawn elsewhere.
Alright, it's an out of bounds thing, is it? Alright.
And Ronick says he's finished the Widow challenge and he's absolutely brain ready for the Ishiray challenge.
Oh my god. I hate it. I absolutely hate those weapons. That sweet fucking kill that you'll get with it, one moment, doesn't match the several other moments directly after it where nothing happens. It's dull. It's so fucking boring. I hate it.
We got a fiend.
Where's this fiend?
Okay, it's a lot of fun. That orb is not where it says
There's that
it is,
T-post
so
they patched
can't hit it at all. No, it's not even missiles can hit it because it's an area of attack.
I'm coming! I'm coming!
Do the Ascendants use tech biotics?
No, not to my knowledge. I don't think they use biotics, do they? Biotics is a thing of the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I think it's combat.
Yeah, if anything, they are just like tech and combat. Their own Andromeda
I don't
tech.
see anyone having an Omni tool, so it's not tech. At least
Scrubs.
not
Get good. Get an Omni tool, bro.
Yeah. We didn't need an Omni tool. We got mist that cloaks everybody.
In all fairness, it's a very powerful and annoying tactic.
True.
Biotic Angara in the story? I don't think so.
No.
Which one are you on about? Without spoilers.
Who's saying that?
Well, you can't actually go into that without spoilers. Just no.
Packs are fixed, guys, so feel free to buy your reserves and arsenal packs. They will now start drawing from different pools, unlock pools, if you don't get the character or gun you were hoping for. Oh, I got an Experience Hancer 4. These things are beautiful. They're a guaranteed level up if you're playing on gold.
I just got 2 ultra rares in 1 pack.
You lucky, smelly, English bastard. What'd you get?
Inferno 8 and Hurricane 3, so not too...
Well, the Hurricane's good.
Yeah, I got a lot of...
Oh, yay! Speak of the fucking devil. And... Okay. I haven't tried the Viper S yet, though, so there's...
doubles.
Yeah, Viper S I'm going to try out when it's level 10. As you can tell, just through my dreadful experience of experimentation with weapons, I'm not going to try anything until it's level 10, unless it's ultra rare. I'll give that a go straight out. The Ushio, sorry, God, their names. I'll definitely come back to that once I've leveled it up higher, because it's got the potential to be good. I don't like its feel. It doesn't actually feel like it's present in the game, but its damage is getting there. It's not quite.
It needs recoil. It just needs a good recoil and a good sound.
Yeah, good sound, maybe a bit of vibration. It's supposed to be an executioner pistol, and it doesn't have that feel at all.
Yeah.
But here's the Salarian Infiltrator build. The sticky grenade is set to do damage. Go with the damage evolution, go with the dot, go with the anti-armor. Tactical Cloak, also set for damage and efficiency. Go with the damage evolution. Make sure you go with the duration. This can at least help you with objectives. It's going to do a lot more for you, make it a bit more versatile than the movement speed is, honestly. And then you definitely want the cloak.
If you cut it off as well.
Say that again.
It's faster reload if you cut it off.
What, with Tactical Cloak?
If you cut it off early, yeah.
Oh, right, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. Sorry, we were talking about so much about the weapons. I was thinking, no, it doesn't. That's a troll. But no, you're actually, yeah, Tactical Cloak does obviously regenerate faster when you break it. And you definitely will be breaking it when you've got this evolution. Go with the Combat Cloak. This allows you to stay invisible to the enemy while attacking for another 2 seconds. And you're obviously still going to get the break damage boost, which is what Tactical Cloak is really all about. For energy drain, I've gone with the recharge speed. I've gone with the primer, because this will actually create... Now and again, it's not too frequent, but it does create a stun effect on enemies, which makes it much easier for you to get a nice, simple headshot on them. And then I went with the damage here, so that I do strip shields efficiently, because shield gate is an absolute monster in this game. You said that it doesn't work on a percentage, it actually works on a fixed number, didn't you, Myth?
Yeah, since 108.
It's 108. It reduces 108.
That's 108.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure about the numbers. I know the anointed ones have 2k.
Oh, it's different per enemy, is it?
At least per difficulty, but like what I'm seeing is not the 2k on every enemy, or it just doesn't make much sense.
Right. Yeah, but that's one to the cause, guys, because that's what also makes those fucking precision one-shot weapons even more of a nightmare, because shield gate is such a monster in this game. That means you are guaranteed to sit through a long reload animation at least once per fight with an enemy. because you cannot
shield
dead these guys in one shot. I mean, the stuff like the Ishiray, if you can land that headshot, yeah, it seems to pierce right through and do a lot of damage. But because that's one thing you've got to know is like each of these weapons have their own extra boost to the headshot multiplier. The standard headshot multiplier, and like the stuff like the Vanquisher, I know for certain is one of the highest ones. It gives you another like 70% boost to the standard headshot multiplier. It's a good one. But what you also need to know about this build of Energy Drain is that you're going to be getting about 75% of your shields back every time you use it. You got 35 here by rank 3 and up to 50. With this, you had another 24, so that's 74. I say 75, and then you definitely want to help with shield gate, though. You can't ignore that. And I'm also going to drive that point home here in the passive tree. Get the power damage because you can't do combos with this character, and then get the bonus to shields because shield gate. If you really want to snipe good in this game, you need to get past shield gate as much as you can and give Energy Drain all the boosts. I reckon your weapon damage and your sticky grenade should be enough to sort of give you the leg up on armored enemies. And then this one is the only real weapon bonus you get with the Salarian Infiltrator, is this one. So every time you use a power, you get a 30% boost to your weapon damage, which is pretty good. It's not amazing. I mean, ideally, I would do my build that I have with my human infiltrator with this guy. I would do crowd control with Energy Drain. I would go with the group Energy Drain in this case. And I would do anti-armor with the sticky grenade still. So we would just be around cloaking, energy draining, and shooting, and then cloaking and sticky grenading like crazy. And, you know, that would be... It's kind of a reverse, because I obviously use the sticky grenades to strip shields with the human infiltrator, but that's because he's just got armored bonuses up the arse. But my only problem with that is the fact that there's 2 human infiltrators, and if you're going to do 2 tactics with those powers with no synergy, you're probably going to be trampling on the Salarian Infiltrator somewhere. So this is the only way I can kind of make everybody unique. Obviously, if you got this guy at rank 10 and level 20, you got enough points for some extra shield and health regeneration. It's negligible, but it is there.
Yeah,
all right then.
For enemies on gold is 1,195.
That's the damage it reduces.
Mm-hmm.
That's major. Over 1,000 damage it takes off
So
whatever weapon you're using.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
I'm not seeing that consistently.
Yeah, it's hard to see that. I mean, like I said, I was definitely able to like headshot mooks, like sharpshooters and stuff with the Ishiray, and they were dead. They just flat out died in one shot. But the problem is you got to get that fucking headshot, and the enemy move like crazy in this game, particularly the Outlaws. I was quite proud of those headshots on the sharpshooters. But then the long reload that followed dampened the whole experience. But enough about that. Let's move on. We just did Magma against the Kett, so now we're going to do Paradox.
Zero asks, no more Kett, please.
They will be back. But right now we're going to be doing Paradox Remnant.
Question?
Okay,
Paradox
Nick,
Remnant,
fire away.
sure.
Well, now the nullifier thing seems to be fixed, so we should be alright. Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Hang on, finding it a sec. What old class would you want to return? Asks Mr. Scatsbury.
From well, actually, we have had this discussion before, and like at least if it wasn't last stream, it was the stream before. But in the comment section of the last stream, me and Wild have been back and forth about this one idea. With sort of a return of the N7 Destroyer. Yeah, Devastator mode's awesome, and if it came back pretty much working the same as it always did, happy days. But he actually came up with a really nice idea based on the BioWare's new IP Anthem. A new way for Hawk Missile to come back, because there's a shot during the trailer of Anthem where you can see him tagging a bunch of enemies and then firing a barrage of missiles. With the mechanics in this game, that's something they could totally do with Hawk Missile. And what I also like about the idea of being able to tag so many enemies and fire a barrage of missiles is then we could have a new, efficient detonating power in this game, because Lord knows we need them. Right now it's Shockwave. If you want efficient detonation, you need Shockwave. No other power does it. And so I'd love to see something like that, because we were discussing possibilities of other evolutions. So you could go with like being able to tag more enemies and be able to detonate powers, or you could maybe spec the missiles to not tag as many enemies, but maybe add like a burning effect or do extra armor damage or stuff like that. You know, options so you can play it in different ways. But something like that would be really, really nice. I definitely want something like Hunter mode or Devastator mode to come back. But honestly, I would rather them just patch Recon Visor to be cooler. To do that, I feel like it is in the game. They haven't done it yet. They've like kind of met it halfway with Recon Visor. That's a very forgettable power right now. It could be so much cooler. Right, okay, let's move on then. Let's bring in somebody. Who else am I going to stream today? You know what? Let's bring out the Asari Sentinel. It's been a while. As you can see, the only characters I need to get to level 20 now are my commons. Happy days. The grind is almost complete. You'll soon start to see guides. I'm probably faster than I originally anticipated because I was in the mindset that, oh, I'm going to get these guys to level 20. I'm going to kind of work on the build. Then I'm going to start fleshing out all the different weapons and getting a nice like individual feel for every character. That doesn't seem to be the case without many, many more patches because many of the other weapons just are forgettable currently. So, yeah, don't expect a ton of variety, but I'm going to bring whatever I can. Right then. Oh, we had somebody asking to join us. Anybody willing to dip out so that we can get Kyle Weaver in here for a game or two? You're going to make me pick one of you, huh? All right then. Cheers, Smith.
Right. I should go into the single player and claim my multiplayer rewards anyway.
Oh yeah, there's a single player.
Yeah, sometimes.
I've heard the rumours. Yeah, why not?
I've also heard very, very... how do you call it?
I don't know. What do you call it?
I've got a question.
Lost in translation.
Go with your question then, Nick. And I'll give Myth some time to think.
Robert asks, do you think Lance should prime shields and armor much like Warp did?
No. I think we've got a better idea for Lance. We spoke about it in one of the streams, mainly to make it better for the Asari Huntress. We like the idea of it having a really, really good headshot bonus, so that if you do land it, you can
like
snipe with powers.
Bonus.
Yeah, like a one that's going to kill stuff, you know, because it's not easy to get the headshot with Lance. So if you do it, you've earned that bonus. So, and it'd be able to be like a real biotic infiltrator. They've played with the hybrid for the last 2 games, and they've never really tapped onto it properly, if you ask me. They've all just been like biotics that go invisible, whereas that would be a biotic that actually assassinates targets. That's an infiltrator. So yeah, I would love to see something like that. We said that we either give it, then you can give players the choice of having like a really good reload speed on Lance, so it's good for detonating, or give it the high damage so that it's good for murdering. That's what we'd like to see with Lance. Do want Warp back in the game though. Want more debuffing powers. Invasion is holding up the ship right now, and it's sad. Not Invasion, just the fact that it's on its own. Cryobeam only debuffs armor though.
Yeah.
It doesn't debuff enemies. And armor's not as good in this game as it used to be. I mean, the numbers are higher, but the damage reduction is lower.
Another question?
How do I get back to my ship?
Yes, Nick.
Okay, do you want a... is it Volus?
A Volus, yeah.
Jump around.
I mean, yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, they're funny, but it's like, a lot of people ask me for, like, gimmicky stuff. Are you happy to see this gimmick come back into the game? I would rather have mechanics come back in the game. Now, the Volus didn't... they brought shield boost in. Nobody else had shield boost until the Volus showed up. So that's been done. So you're going to have to think up a new mechanic for the Volus for me to be genuinely interested in them. As far as a visual gag, yeah, they're all right. But, you know, it's the powers that interest me more than the builds. I suppose having a little guy would be quite cool in Andromeda, just because you'd be able to make more use of the cover in the game.
Zero says Vanguard with cloak.
Vanguard with cloak. It wouldn't work really, would it? Because the moment you do biotic charge, your cloak comes off. So
yeah, but then at least you get the damage bonus.
Yeah, there's that, but I think there's a more elegant way to give them a damage bonus, honestly. Hello, Kyle.
Oh, hello.
That translates to hello.
How do I return to my Tempest?
I have no idea. You're asking a guy who's never got past the tutorial.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking somebody.
What do you mean by return to the Tempest? Like, from where?
Just I'm just on the planet. There's a quick button, but I can't seem to find it.
Get into the Nomad and hold triangle. Oh yeah.
Oh, the Nomad. Okay.
Or you can fast travel to the ship.
So there's no beam me up Scotty then. It's purely vehicle based. Fair enough.
Well, it's the same as in Mass Effect 1, where if you were in the Mako, you could just call for extraction.
Oh, I remember Mass Effect 1.
Those fun days.
Some of them.
So, yeah, I had a go with the quote-unquote new Thorkin and discovered that it was actually a very accurate gun all along, so the new accuracy bonus to fully automatic weapons has no effect on it, and it's basically as good as it's always been. And, you know, in the early days, that meant it was one of the best guns in the game. Nowadays, it's just okay. So I've given the Thorkin a miss, and I've actually switched her over to the Hornet now. But the strategy's identical. Slightly tweaked the build for more efficiency. But, yeah. I like the Asari Sentinel because I like Backlash, honestly.
Backlash is a cool power. I do enjoy it.
I do like it, yeah. It feels like it was built for this game and it fits in really nice.
Yeah.
I've got a question from Zero.
Okie cooks.
What if a class had indefinite hover? What do you think of a flying gunship type character, aka Tanky Havoc?
It's the same issue that with the Havoc, honestly. I don't feel like the hover mechanics are particularly useful, so I can't say I'd be excited about that idea. Because, yeah, when you hover, you just make yourself incredibly vulnerable, unfortunately, so, yeah, I can't say I'm excited about the idea. It's supposed to shoot me.
Wow, this is very annoying. I just got a Pathfinder rewards message that takes up half my screen, saying multiple rewards have been claimed, blah 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 blah, and I can't clear it.
Ah, yeah, you've gone through your menu a bit too fast.
Yeah, if you play the game too fast, it breaks. So watch out for that. As you can see, I've gone with the priming energy drain now, but that's just to make her a bit more versatile, honestly. You're dead. Nope, not primed, even though I'm using Incendiary 4.
The boluses coming back.
I just said it's not enough about having the gimmick. I want to see interesting mechanics surrounding the Volus. I mean, it'd be great if they didn't have like the jetpack dodge and actually had the roly-poly dodge still. That was always comedy.
Enemies headed your way.
With the Terran Gauntlet as well.
Long gone are the days when melee was interesting, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me be more specific about that. Because with melee in this game, it's sometimes gets cooler than it was in Mass Effect 3 because there's a lot more emphasis, well, when there is real emphasis, this is, on actually making the melee combat synergize with the other combats in the game. That is good. That's a really good thing. It's like you'll get like with the shield melee thing that makes it really cool to work with Nova and Lance. You've got the Hammer Krogan, the Gladiator, who's got pull and melee and stuff like that. Those are cool. There's like everything becomes entwined, and I like that. Unfortunately, though, there's like most of the time. The reality is, it's like you're just going to be running up to the enemy and hammering triangle over again with most of the characters in the game. But those few characters that really do kind of make the melee synergize with the rest of the game, they're fun. I am a big fan of those. But you know, like I tried originally, my Crow Guard was a melee build, and it works, and it works again now. But unfortunately, it is just charging an enemy and hitting triangle repeatedly. It's not very involving. Let's say that.
Because the old Krogan with the hammer, his powers worked with his hammer, which made him interesting.
Yes, exactly. Well, they built a whole new mechanic around it. You know, they introduced that charge thing, which gave it depth, and that's why him and the Talon Mercenary were such interesting melee characters. Whereas the other ones, whereas all the other characters, they just had there was just the melee by itself was quite deep. You know, you just due to the fact that you had a combo, a light melee, and a heavy melee, there was just ways to approach the enemy in. You know, it was your discretion at that point, and it's like, yeah, that was fun. So, a bit more fleshed out. That doesn't exist in this game. So unless there's actually a synergy, why is it's the objects? I thought it was devices. Let's do this one before Mr. Destroyer starts gunning me.
Artifact recovered.
Destroyer.
Loving that combo. So this is part of the reason why I always go with elemental rounds on this character as well. Obviously, I can detonate them with energy drain and then follow that up with another combo with throw. Only need that at level 1 to do that. Thanks. Oh, thanks for the block. There really needs to be a cap on these breaches. These things just go out of control after a while. And the thing with Backlash, I mean, obviously it's amazing for dealing with the suppressing enemies. It's really good for that. But what I also really like about it is just it's a way to sort of set yourself up for another fight with a different enemy. If you can see the little damage arrow telling you you're getting hit from another side, that's when you put up Backlash, turn to face them, and then drop it, and then you've got the damage bonus ready to fight them too. Because her damage on its own isn't great, so getting all those boosts is nice. While it's simultaneously letting you sort of tank yourself into position.
Got a question?
Okay, babe.
How about an infiltrator that only cloaks in cover and stays in cloak?
Awful. I'm sorry. I'm gonna flat out cut that one. That's a bad idea because cover sucks in this game. So no. The enemy designs just don't lend cover to be particularly viable. So yeah, if you're going to start building powers that work on that system, I think you're going to have a problem there.
Well, a cloak would work because then they ignore you.
Yeah, but then you're cloaked, so it's kind of redundant at the same time.
Why?
What do you mean, why? You're not getting hit, so what's the damage resistance going to do?
It's not so much damage resistance as in just a continuous way of avoiding aggro.
Which cloak does already.
Why not just give an infinite amount of cloak though? It sounds a bit too much.
Well, I suppose. It wouldn't be too much because let's face it. As many people love to camp in this game, the game doesn't really allow for it. You've still got to move eventually. So I think that would be enough to balance it. It's like, yeah, sure, as long as you're in cloak, in cover, you're cloaked, and nobody's going to hit you. You know, honestly, this would be a cool gimmick for our Volus friends that everybody wants back into the game. If they could go into cover and cloak, that would be good. And then they could like think about their position, move to another, and then move on. You know, that would be all right.
Hilarious to watch a cover a Volus blind fire over cover though.
Well, I think that would be good. This is my point, because they can't reach over cover, so it would literally just be an aggro drop and nothing else.
I do want to see a Volus with a jump pack though, just kind of see him
I wanted to see him with a jump pack in ME3, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, bring it on. I didn't get my fire. I have to say, these fire ammo is not great at being applied. I mean, I know in this game, applying ammo effects is all about the rate of fire. I got a burst fire gun, so my rate of fire should be pretty good. Doesn't seem to work very efficiently though, and this is level 4 as well. See, just can't get the prime. Although I can get the double kill, which is pretty fucking good. Oh, hello.
Where you come from?
Do you think we should have cloak grenades?
Cloak grenades? Well, we have. we got stealth grid.
Okay, not the shit stealth grid.
Well, this is what we discussed when I first covered a stealth grid character. Stealth grid could be so much more cooler than it is. Like, so much more cooler than it is. Because right now, that is all it is. It's tactical cloak without a recharge speed. It just uses a grenade. It's not clever. I'll be honest with you, it's not particularly clever. It could have been like what the Ascendant uses, and I think that would have been great if it literally just put down a grid of stealth for the whole team to walk in and out of. Sign me up for that, please.
Well, like a little bubble, kind of.
Yeah, so basically it's there for a duration, and any of the team who stand in it at that point are invisible. But they have to stand in it. The moment they step out of it, they're visible again.
No matter if they fire, but only.
Yeah, but I would say that the duration would there wouldn't be much of a damage boost. It would have to have a much smaller damage boost, and the duration would have to be significantly smaller. But I think that would, in its own right, make it so much more unique.
Yeah.
And God forbid we have some uniqueness.
With a lot of powers they brought into this game.
Oh God, tell me about it. Particularly the ones they brought back. We also had some discussions about cool. Oh, whoops! Didn't mean to do that. Really cool ways to have brought more powers back, like 'cause with the charge up mechanics in this game. Because it's like we got snap freeze with cryo beam, but imagine if you didn't charge cryo beam and just fired off a cryo blast.
Yeah.
For a debuffing attack instead. How cool would that be? And that's the kind of depth that's in the game that they just didn't seem to explore. You know, there really could have been more.
Powers that make use of the charge or not charge mechanic.
And we thought you could make Incinerate and Flamethrower 1 power. That didn't need to be 2. In the same, it's in exactly the same vein, isn't it? As the Cryo Beam Cryo Blast thing.
Yeah.
And each evolution side could be like specific to whatever version of Incinerate you use. Like a duration one would just increase or burning duration in general. And, I don't know.
I mean, what could be really cool then is they could have so much more complex power trees. You could have a fork in the road of your power tree. So it's like, oh, now I want to focus on the Incinerate functionality of Flamethrower instead of the Flamethrower functionality. And then suddenly, repeating powers don't get so repetitive because there's just so much more depth to them.
Just call the abilities Cryo and Pyro.
Yeah. Sounds like a Nickelodeon show, but yeah, I'm up for it.
I kind of miss the old arc grenades.
The arc grenades, yeah, they were a beast. Yeah. They were definitely a beast. If they come back, they need to be rebalanced. The arc grenade was too powerful. It really was.
Well,
the
just
old
give them a 5
engineer.
meter radius, not an 8 meter radius, and they'd be fine.
Well, they tried to do that with the Demolisher. Did you see her struggle? Well, if you watch Pug, sure you did, but I mean, like with somebody who knew what they were doing.
Union is online, and if his space is like to join the next game, but could you invite him to the party?
Yeah, sure. We'll make a space for him in the next game. Always going to try and cycle through as many people as we can if they're ready to game.
Yeah, I'll duck out the next one if you like.
Is his mouth open? I can't tell.
I also miss like warp ammo and.
Yeah, God, I miss warp. I miss piercing rounds.
What I think they could do with it is make it prime for Baltic detonations, and the same thing with explosive ammo. Make it detonate, and then you have suddenly really.
Yeah, explosive ammo needed something cool like that. It desperately needed it. I mean, I know you convinced a lot of my subscribers that is how it works, but it never did. It never got that cool. You had so many people using explosive rounds. If you do it, it detonates combos. Really? No. Oh, God. The worst troll you ever did, though, is when I had to... That one subscriber who I just saw running around shooting the floor with his Growl spike thrower. I was just like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, no, Myth told me that if you shoot the floor, you can use the spikes as a trap for enemies. They're going, oh, don't listen to Myth. Don't do it.
You know, I had totally forgotten about that until you sent me that message. Like, what the hell did you tell my boss?
What have you been telling these people? They see you in the vids, they think you're here to help. Because that's what happened. Myth started like playing ME3, just pugging it now and again, and he would be recognised from the videos. So everybody was like, "Oh, you're in those guide videos. You must know the game," which is true. So you might be able to help me with it, which isn't. So he would just talk to people with this
I
like
told them plenty of stuff that was true. I gotta get my
yeah, that was just to earn trust.
And then just nuke it.
Yeah, trust is very, very easy to lose but hard to gain, and he'd give you a couple, he'd drop a couple of sweet facts in, and then after that, the rest was garbage. Just utter garbage came out of his mouth. I'm gonna die. It was worth it. Oh yeah, Manny, he just never learned. He never fucking learned. Yeah, so yeah, that was another classic Myth. He actually convinced Manny that if you overheat those ramp-up weapons, they will come back with a 3 times damage bonus for 10 seconds. And so we just played a game where Manny...
Charge up to 100%.
Manny's DPS just fucking plummeted. He's playing the Destroyer, overheating a particle rifle every 5 minutes, and literally now I can't hear the noise boop, 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 without just cracking into tears of laughter, because that's all we heard the entire game was him just going, man, I'm not seeing this damage get better. It's good. Oh, you got to keep at it, bro. It's tricky. Oh man!
Like he was trying for multiple days instead of just after one game. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not.
Yeah. I tried it once. It didn't work. Moving on.
I had to tell him like 3 or 4 games later when I, locked him in the reactor for the gazillionth time. That trolling Manny just never gets old. Lock him in the reactor, telling him that weapons do 300% weapon bonus. That's completely depleted.
Oh, he always believed you. That's what hurts the most. It's like, trick me once, shame on me, right? Or shame on you, but trick me twice, 3 times, 4 times a lady? No. You need to just say no.
5 times.
Not anymore. Ever again.
They used to trick a lot of people to thinking that the mechs in the 3rd game didn't sync kill. So you get loads of people just running up the sync kill and try and melee them.
No, that was another one of Myths. He used to tell him that the Destroyer with Devastator mode on was immune to sync kills. Saw a lot of people get picked up by Banshees. A lot of people getting eaten by Banshees.
And then the Krogan hammer guy the warlord when he just came out. Yeah, he's just like the Juggernaut. He's just as big. He can't get sync kills.
And then you'd see him drop all over the place.
Yes, I did.
Ronick says he's always double checking every time Myth posts mechanics on the BSN forums. Can't be precaution.
Extremely wise. Extremely wise. Fact check everything. If he comes up to you and says, "Hi, I'm Myth," double check it. Alright? He will lie to you. I promise.
Oh, perfect.
Like a rug.
Oh, give me those sweet bonus stat XPs. Okay, then. So here is the... Whoops. No, that's the character selection screen. Here is the build.
Before you start, I think they should bring up more heavy weapons like the Soned, things like the Typhoon and the Striker and all those kind of things.
Well, with the Soned, we don't need stuff like the Typhoon.
As long as it's better than the Geth heavy weapon.
Yeah, that was the prime issue with Prime. No, that was the real issue with the Spitfire. It's like it came out later and it was inferior to what was already in the game, and functionality wise it was pretty much the same. So yeah, and then it was like, well, if you've got the particle rifle or Typhoon, and if you're not new to the game, you probably do. There's really no reason to use the Geth Spitfire. So that would be the issue if they decided to just port in stuff like the Typhoon. It's like, well, there's the Soned. You got 2 choices there. You either completely make the functionality of the Typhoon different, which, let's be honest, they've done that with every other gun they've brought back, or you just make it inferior or superior to what we've already got and make something completely redundant. So no, you want to bring back like the special weapons. The Venom. Bring back the classic Venom. Bring back the Aedis. Bring back the Acolyte. Bring back the Arc Pistol. Those things, there's depth to them. Even the Growl Spike Thrower, the Gath Plasma Shotgun. These are the guns. It's like, wow, this is so unique in its own special way.
Executioner.
Executioner pistol, yeah, just make sure it actually hits when you shoot it. Super.
It blanks.
Well, all you do is give the Ushaw something like
the Ushaw needs a buff.
damage per shot at rank 1, and then you've got an executioner pistol.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's like a 2-shot gun. You can knock it up to 3. I would like it to hit like the fucking Raider. You know, or just be like a really light Raider. That would be cool.
Don't forget to add Union into the party.
I shall do. Let me just give off this build. Backlash has not changed. Go with the health here, so that you can get the damage returned here, because this is what messes up all those suppressor enemies. I'm talking your Anointed, your Observers. It does fuck about with the Berserkers, I'll give you that. But it's also great for like nullifiers and stuff. And the bosses, like the Ascendant, knock back his big orb and stuff. Fantastic. You can even, it's enough to tank the Hydra's missiles, although you can't bounce them back too with just this evolution. And then finally get this. This gives you a damage boost to your powers, your melee, and your gun. Mainly the power and your gun is important. Throw your leave at 1. That's all you need to get the detonations going. Energy drain I've built for the recharge speed, so it's efficient. I got the primer now just so I can get some combos going too. Give me some extra crowd control to help me tank more with this character. And then go with the damage to shields. You can still get 100% of your shields with this build thanks to an evolution in the passive tree. Because like I'll do the math for you again. These first 3 ranks will get you a 50% shields restored. This will give you 24. So that brings you up to about, we'll say 75 to round things off. It's not going to matter, because then when you get to your health tree, you can get damage resistance at rank 4, damage resistance at rank 5, and then you can get this power restoration 30% bonus. So now you've got more than 100% of your shields being restored every time you use energy drain. That's all you're going to need. And then for the passive tree, get the efficiency on your powers, so you can definitely backlash, energy drain, and throw to your heart's contempt. Because the damage they do individually isn't great. It's all about kind of just combining them into the strategy you need. Get the weapon damage then, and the weapon damage here too then, to support everything you're doing with this character. Right then, we've already had somebody give up their spot very much. Thank you. We'll get Union in.
Just hopped onto bronze. I'm going to troll the pugs with the Scorpion.
This is a reason why you can't have that modifying weapons that you can do in the single player, because like Frenzy's just been building like fully automatic versions of guns that have no business being fully automatic. And if that was to exist, you get people like Myth just completely coating you in like Naladin shot smoke, so you can't see a fucking thing for the entirety of a game. It's always somebody spoiling it for everyone else.
So, you know.
Oh yeah, you put Scorpion rounds on the Soned in your single player, and yeah, ridiculous.
But then one of the mines from the 3rd game just fill everyone's screen with smoke.
Yeah, the recon. That was the recon mine. Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't spammable, so it was, you know, when you timed it right, it was good. But
right then, I think I will play. Yeah, bringing the human engineers coming back for the 3rd time, mainly because the builds changed dramatically, and I unlocked the Roekaar carbine and stuck it on him. It's only at rank 2, so the damage isn't fucking insane, but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be incredibly, incredibly good. Make sure you get that really cryo ammo.
Actually, it's terrible. You should give up now. Yeah.
Again, fact check everything this man says. Oh, hang on, am I missing out here? Yeah, I do need all my cobras. Time to get myself a jumbo. Okay. Can I? Yeah, thanks. Happy days. when you're ready, ladies and gents. Or in this case, gents. One dressed as a lady.
I'm just gonna follow this pug around who's using the paw.
Forget to invite him to the party.
I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I'll do it again. I think I actually just sent another invite to Kyle. Let's not rule that one. Okay. There we go.
I still don't quite understand why they're making gold versions of all the bronze guns.
Padding. Padding is the reason.
Because now you're just seeing people run around like katanas and it's really weird.
Well, I'm fingers crossed that the Viper S is another super viable gun. Hello, Union.
Hey.
Hey. That's hello too.
Got a
Finally got my
question
new
from
mic on.
Moronic.
Go, baby, go.
Isn't the human engineer a bit squishy for close quarters?
Yeah, but that's why you can spec this guy to completely stop the enemy dead in their tracks and weaken the damage they return. Also, cryo combos. So now that I got the assault turret on this guy, just to add to the cryo nonsense. Because with that passive snap freeze bonus, you are firing on all cylinders. Now, what's great about the Roekaar is the fact that it does still melt shields. So that you can get those shields off, then you can get them cryo beamed, and then you can watch madness ensue. Oh, fuck you. Oh, I knew I was going to go down there. Fucking Pariah was being quite a bitch. I mean, if you punch her, she should drop that shield. Her movement speed's already far too annoying. Go, turret, go. So now this is the cryo turret. So, like I said, it's just more cryo on the field. That's what you want for this guy. What is going on here? Pressed every button then to try and get that thing down.
Ooh, got this.
Cryo turret in here.
Yes,
Enemy should not be able to prevent the turret from going down. Can I just make that absolutely clear? Especially with the way the enemy move in this game.
By the way, Bwnci, what's your thoughts on the Remnant auto rifle?
I haven't played with it since I've got it higher level. I'll have to hold off on that answer. When I tried it, it was okay.
Teammate injured.
Ugh. Didn't stop him in time. Yeah, it was all right. It's definitely got shit accuracy, but that's another thing that they've changed. The accuracy of automatic weapons is so much better. So now the Revenant should technically be so much better. So I'll definitely have to go back and give that another go.
Stuff of it.
Yeah, ideally. I mean, you saw in that when I originally brought out the Turian soldier with the Revenant, I was at point blank range with the Hydra and somehow fucking missing. So yeah, hopefully there'll be less of that. Another reason why I can survive, even though I did just get dropped by one single enemy, don't get ahead of yourself. The fact that I use the assault turret on this build now, oh, I can Roekaar through that? Oh, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. The fact that I can put the assault turret down now, that drops a lot of aggro off my character too. This is how I can survive.
I do kind of like the assault with the turret now. It's definitely a lot better than what it used to be.
Oh god, well, it's awful originally. So yeah, the fact that it's not awful, it means it's so much better than it used to be. Let's not be real. That was a really nice fix that they offered. I'm going to take full credit for it because it happened right after I said to do it, which means it was impossible that I actually said it, but I'm still going to take the credit. Yeah, the fact that now you can it recharges the moment you put it down. Happy days, honestly.
Even though I do miss the old Geth turret.
Yeah, the Geth turret was the boss. But then this is basically the sentry turret, which was half the Geth turret. It just hasn't got the healing.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have Overload still, so if I need extra help or a cryo combo, I can obviously trigger that with Overload. But Overload is now going to be left at rank 1, so that I can just go full cryo with this bitch.
These people are camping on silver.
Yeah, get ready for that.
This sniper doesn't have a good time. Well, you think you're the only one who can put out the proper smoke? Using the nether, and I'm just doing it worse.
He's just blinding his teammates. Thank you for all those particle effects, BioWare. That was really, really well thought out. Big fan.
I think I'm annoying a pug. He keeps trying to shoot me.
You think? Go get him. Cryo combo. See you later. Ah, my God, there's a lot of shit up there.
Nearly through.
Not my field.
Left in play.
Oh, I thought it said pariah twice then. I was about to...
So, Bwnci, how much of the single player have you actually played?
You know when you start the game?
Yep.
There. That's me.
So you're still on the first planet?
Yeah. Well, you have to understand, my original experience was I started up the game. It told me to go see this this guy that was I was supposed to rescue from the Kett, but they didn't spawn him, so I couldn't. And then at that moment, I was like, well, that's the single player. and I moved on.
There's no Commander Shepard.
No, that's a melee. There you go. I mean, look at the slowdown. The slowdown is real in this game. The slowdown mechanic in ME3 was just non-existent, but in this game, it's so real.
Yeah.
Can you detonate it? Thank you.
Come on, IR dunk. Hit me. Heck nah!
I want you to hit me.
A lot of people don't like her, but I miss the old Turian Vanguard.
The Cabal? Yeah, people didn't like her because she was different, which is like the worst reason to not like something. It really. Let's get a cryo combo in there to help along the way. Shit. Oh! Probably shouldn't show this off too much. He'll probably get nerfed as a result. I got blamed for some stupid shit in ME3. So I don't want to take the blame for this. There's a lot of people going, oh, there's everybody nuking spawns in ME3 and it's all Bwnci's fault. I'm pretty sure I can't take full credit for that. Pretty damn sure that's not all me.
I can hear you.
I was, if you look on like the BioWare forums and like even maybe the unofficial one now, there's like people like crediting me for the reason that people nuke spawns in ME3. It's like I don't have that much pull. I just don't. I'm sorry. Thank you for the compliment, honestly, but it's not me. It's not real. That was all you saw was my impatience for repetitive gameplay, and some people agreed. that's what happened. I didn't tell people this.
My characters, like the villains or the enemies, just to really annoy people.
And that's that's all Myth's fault. They saw him in Bwnci's videos, and now everybody's doing it.
Yeah, that's completely true.
Yeah, Myth will take full credit for that.
Absolutely. No shame.
Thank you.
Only tried.
Okie dokie, where are you? Just one enemy, huh? I'll take.
A shield booster just to make sure I can continue trolling. I'm dying too quickly now, do I?
Yeah, you gotta love the BioWare forum. So that's a place where you can get hated on, even though you're not there. That's. Ooh. Oh, no more ops packs. I've gone a bit grey day with them.
came last in a bronze game, but I don't care.
Oh my god, get good, you scrub.
Well, I'm not even gonna come last.
But my focus wasn't at all on the enemies. They came near me, I killed them, but they didn't come near me.
They got killed by accident.
Yeah.
Ow.
Actually, Bwnci, have you seen the YouTube video for Mass Effect on Andromeda's multiplayer, where there's just loads of people getting really angry because the missiles that one-shot everything?
Really? I haven't been tagged on it yet, otherwise I'd see it.
I just got kicked from the lobby.
They kicked.
Oh, perfect.
I suppose if you're going to put blinding particle effects in the game, it's really good that they added in a kick feature mid-game.
No, it was after the game that they let me get paid.
Oh, you basically spoiled the entire game for them and they said never again.
Oh, I was going to change to Venom. I'll equip him with a Venom and Naladin.
You mad, bro. There we go. Good work, Cryo. Turret.
Well, I'm cloaking you, don't run away!
That hurt them. Be ready.
Minus 36% on my recharge speed, but I have the Venom and the Naladin equipped.
A true troll trolls himself in order to troll.
Actually, Bwnci, remember the last time we played? It was kick roulette.
Oh, kick roulette. Classic kick roulette. Big fan of it. For those wondering at home how you play kick roulette, you and your friends, preferably 3 of you, you all put 2 kicks on everybody, and then the pug can come in and he can pick and choose who he hates the most.
Oh no, I can't. I can only. Oh, right. The only person I control in this game is a Krogan mercenary because I won't be able to
No, I'm
control
going
guards.
down. Thank you.
Well, you'll be able to actually kill stuff with Scorpion when they charge in, if you time it right.
If you time it. See, this is the kind of experimentation Myth does. While I'm here trying to work out the secrets of all the powers and stuff, Myth is trying to work out how he can fuck his fellow man at every corner. Yeah, somebody tank here, take that. I mean, if you're struggling with even with all this aggro dropping, yeah, go ahead and put it like a cyclonic on. Although I know they're like fucking rarer than gold. Bang! I said bang, but there was no bang, so I'm gonna get up and just stick with what works, I guess. Assault turret.
Gold mission with Myth, then just pray.
Oh god, just quit now. Honestly, save yourself the aggro.
Well, I'm a very good team player. In gold.
Oh god.
No. Oh, okay. Thought that was cover. Guess it wasn't. I got revived by him and now I'll cryo-be.
I wonder if these pugs think I'm a bad player just because I'm missing with my Naladin and all that.
They must be thinking something, but I don't think it's bad player. Mind you, in all fairness, pugs think you're a bad player if you don't camp, so...
Oh yeah, man, get good.
Remember, because me and Wild have been playing games where we're running and gunning and there's a couple of guys camping in the back of the map, and then when we look at the scoreboard to see what wave we're on, suddenly there's 2 kick votes on both of us. It's like, oh, okay. Doesn't matter that we're carrying the game, huh? Alright.
Sensors clear for now. Great shooting.
Way to go!
I don't remember
The
ever seeing
Venom's
like a
less
really
annoying as a
bad
troll
plugging.
weapon.
Do one of you want to try that again?
You go first.
But the Venom's less annoying as a troll weapon.
No, right. Oh, super. What about you, Union? What have you got for us?
Yeah, it just doesn't cut it.
I don't know, I've been focused on the game right now.
I guess I'll play this game properly then.
I am getting razaped up the bummels. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Oh, no, I wasn't getting razaped. Oh, I was! They're just slightly out of range. Sad face.
That was his call, this
No, that's just fucking funny. I shot it at the ground. The Scorpion, of course. And this other Asari started to shoot the Avenger at the ground because, you know, that's gonna do something. And then we started dancing together.
What I love is that you have never laughed that hard while playing the game properly. Oh no! There's another
I
Hydra!
have on occasion, but
God.
rarely.
Whoa.
Wow, oh, this is tight.
Mostly with Ragdoll, to be honest.
Yeah, the ragdoll's fucking just pure comedy. It is just comedy. It's because it's just so untamed. It's just anything will happen. It probably shouldn't, but it's gonna.
Yeah, what I also like is that they actually took some weight into account, like certain enemies don't get ragdolled as much, and others do get a lot. Yeah.
Well, I think that all they did there, I think, was they just made the heavy enemies not actually ragdoll. They just kind of fall. They've got a death animation. If you're talking about things like the nullifier.
No, not nullifiers, nullifiers armored, but like anointed or.
I've seen the anointed fly. I've seen them fly.
Mostly they just tip here and there, and then
Okay.
tumble funnily. Funny.
I've seen the anointed ascend.
Up and away!
Quite literally.
I wonder if the Naladin ignores shield gate, because I just
Yeah.
like straight up killed a enemy with shields. I know it's on bronze, but I'm using the Naladin. Which
I might have to open up. I might have to open up a message I had from Nico, who sent me a lot of mechanics. And Naladin might be one of those guns that has got a bonus to shields. Okie dokie then. Let's have a look at the new build. So, Cryo Beam is going for damage. I have switched to the radius here because I wasn't paying attention last week or the week before. This isn't a multiplier to armor. This is a debuff to armor damage reduction, so it's not that special. I don't know why it gives you a plus 65% when it's innately got 50, so it's giving you 115% damage reduction, armor damage reduction. This kind of seems a bit redundant, so yeah, this obviously not going with this is going to make your Roekaar carbine or whatever ammo you got, gun you've got to apply your cryo ammo effect. Very inefficient against armor, but like I said, armor's not the worst thing in the world in this game, and dropping it by 50% means, I think on gold it takes away 10 damage per shot. Not the end of the world, especially since the radius here gives you a 1.25 multiplier to all resistances. So it's a really good way to make your cryo beam do more damage. And of course, get the snap freeze. This is the innate bonus that just wrecks up the place, where as soon as you kill an enemy who is frozen, they will burst and freeze other enemies and do good damage to those enemies, who will in turn burst and blow up the next enemy, and you just get these chains of ridiculous dead enemies. Assault turret is here to help and take some aggro off me. I've got it for recharge speed, so I can, you know, get it around the map with me. I got the Omni Link, so it will recharge as long as it's nearby me, which it should be. And then I got the cryo ammo, so it's just adding to, making sure the enemies stay frozen and adding to the freezing and adding to that snap freeze madness. Then Overload I leave at 1. I can use that to detonate combos if I need to. And strip shields, depending on what weapon you've decided to go for. The Roekaar doesn't need help in that regard, though. For offensive tech, it's about getting the power damage. It's about this. I get the bonus damage to armor here, because like I said, I got the Roekaar efficiently dealing with shield, so I just want to make sure that I can get through that meaty health bar as fast as I can. And then this monster, the elemental debuff, as you've seen, is just crushing it with like the Krogan engineer. It has the same effect over here, so it's going to really buff the damage you're doing with your cryo beam to any enemies you've hit with your cryo beam. Same for your turret. And then for the health tree, I've gone with the effect radius on all my powers just to make sure that I can hit loads of enemies with my cryo beam and my assault turret. Then I've gone with the health. This also gives my turret some extra health, which is actually beneficial now. And finally, get this. This will actually debuff the enemy, so now they do 30% less damage to me after I've hit them with my elemental attacks. And this is how you can really survive with this character, between slowing them down, taking the aggro off yourself, and just murdering them. You know, freezing them solid. That's how you survive with this guy in close quarters and do some really nice damage with him. Looking forward to getting my Roekaar carbine at a much higher level. Everyone's got a kick. Right, okay. Let's buy a reserves pack and unlock that Asari duelist finally, huh?
I can't say the Asari duelist.
Oh. Alright, moving on.
What was it?
It was the Ngara Avenger. My least favourite ultra rare.
Yeah.
You've made that clear.
Righty then. Do I need to stock up? Yeah, I do. I've gone down on my Cobras. Let's get a jumbo in. And what I'm finally going to do for you, ladies and gentlemen, is finally play the Salarian Architect, which I do know I have not played since he got buffed and made good. So I should probably check that out. A little earlier, just before the stream, I did respec him to make him more efficient now that the Remnant VI is. But I don't know how good this gameplay is going to be because I haven't played it in a long time. And I am still sticking with the weapons build. Even though, like, an Incinerate build is super good now, just because you can either have the Remnant VI efficiently prime enemies for you that you can detonate with Incinerate, or alternatively, you can just hit a load of enemies with Incinerate and have the fucking Remnant VI blow them all up. Yeah, but my only issue with that is that it's an Incinerate build, and there's more than enough opportunities to do everything imaginable with Incinerate. So I'm going to focus on using Barricade and weapon damage with this guy. Let me go ahead and get that on you. And I will get this on you. Was planning to put the Lanat on this guy. I was thinking, oh, that'll be kind of cool. It's a really hard-hitting gun. I'm going to be behind cover. That'll give me a good opportunity to get the charge mechanics on it. But then I realised the reload speed is awful, and so no, it's not going to happen. Although, like I said earlier, at least the animation for the reload kind of syncs better when you're in cover. So it might be less frustrating. It's still long, though. Long enough to kind of crush your DPS, I think. How's chat doing, Nick? You been quiet, babe?
Nothing really.
No goss?
Red asked, did they add anything new to the game on Thursday? But
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Wasn't the what was the equipment?
There's the Apex. There's like a new Icebreaker, which we will show at the end of the stream. We have really good time right now. I haven't changed the light color on any of my characters yet. I still haven't. I keep forgetting that that's a thing now.
Yeah, it's armored compartments.
Sorry, babe. What was that?
Striker assault rifle.
A striker?
Yeah, you also Striker return. Honestly, I don't. It wasn't a good run.
No, well, the problem with that gun was the fact that its ammo sucked. They made a ramp-up weapon that had no fucking ammo, which is just awful. It's a really bad idea. So, yeah, they can bring back the Striker, just give it a damn sight more ammo, and I would actually welcome the Striker assault rifle, honestly. Yeah. See, now look, the Remnant VI is just so much more efficient at keeping up with me now. So it's great. So if I get up to the enemy and I put down my barricade, I'm shooting, I'm tanking, I'm killing. But any enemies that get too close for comfort, they get primed, and then my Remnant VI nukes them. And yeah, Explosion City. That's going to strip a lot of shields for me, so I'm just even better at getting stuff down. Essentially, it's the old build, but now it's even better. Because they increased the rate in which it does the missile, which is just amazing. That's all I wanted. But the fact is they made the damage of the missile fucking insane as well. He really is. The Remnant VI is better than the vast majority of pugs you'll ever encounter. So he's like a much better teammate.
Although he also doesn't help with objectives, and he also doesn't revive you. So.
Well, it's a fair trade, because that's what pugs do anyway. Let's be real.
My shields are out.
As you can see, it's got to be the Vanquisher. It's got to be. But now the Vanquisher pierces, so this is actually cooler again. It's not just the Remnant VI that's picking up the slack. The Vanquisher got even better.
Don't you have the Shadow?
I do have the Shadow, but I don't want a non-piercing weapon on it. The Shadow's another gun that's just too easy to put on every single character, because it's probably the best gun in the game, honestly. Even better than the Vanquisher. But my main issue with that is I don't want every character in the game using the same weapon. So unless the Shadow fulfills a particular set of purposes, I don't put it on my characters. Like if I need to strip shields, do damage from a distance, Shadow. But in this case, if I would need to bucker down and shoot through cover and stuff, yeah, I'm not going to use the Shadow. I've also got the barricade up in my damage too, which, my weapon damage is pretty cool. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Where are you, Patsy? Oh, you're over there. Oh, well. Unfortunately, the Remnant VI is quite possibly too aggressive, because it will fuck off from you to kill something else. But it's as I see it, it's a bonus. It's not something I rely on. My own strategy for the Salarian works. The Remnant VI just adds to it, and I'm okay with that.
Get your head down.
It's really hard for me to care about what the Remnant VI is doing when it's not an interactive power, because you know I've gone on this rant many times. I like my interactivity, and you can't get that with the Remnant VI, unfortunately. So yeah, let Patsy do what Patsy does. Just make sure you don't forget about me, buddy. Oh, good retrieval. We haven't done that a million times today.
No, I actually didn't see them for 2 days since Wednesday.
Yeah, no, granted, they got quite rare.
You know,
But today they've come back with fucking a vengeance. Yeah, they're mean today.
At least.
Yeah, I've been seeing them just rows and rows of them. It's been quite tedious.
Got a question?
Okay, babe, go for it.
Zero asks, do you think they should introduce a missile launcher weapon, like a one-shot launcher that isn't the Cobra?
Oh, we spoke about a really great idea for the new Hawk missile inspired by Anthem. So, yeah, I'd love to see that. Honestly, bring that into the game. Big fan of that idea.
Red said he wouldn't mind a rotary grenade launcher with a...
Oh, what, sorry?
Rotary grenade launcher, like a rapid-fire Falcon with monstrous recoil.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Someone thought of the Mass Effect 2 nuclear cannon that just kills everything, but it's only got one shot.
Oh, the cane!
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, the cane itself only had one shot unless you fully...
You had to like farm some fucking ammo for that thing. It made my insanity finale so fucking epic. It was so epic because your teammates just get murdered by Harbinger in Mass Effect 2 Insanity. So I was it was just me and the fucking baby human Reaper. We went head to toe. I managed to kill enough Harbingers to get a second shot out of my cane, and basically he had destroyed all of the landscape. I had nowhere to run. He was charging up his epic "I'm gonna fuck you" laser, and it was like, and I was charging my cane. It was like, whoever fires first is winning the battle, and it was me. It was like, awesome! It was like one of the most coolest parts of the my Mass Effect trilogy I've ever played.
Yeah, to be honest, I had the cane equipped like all the time in the single player Mass Effect 2. Obviously once I got it. And the only time I ever used it was in the final fight and against the drive core of the Derelict Reaper.
Yeah, I can't remember what heavy weapon I used the most. I just remember that moment. It was just so epic and ingrained into my memory now. It was so good.
The collective part.
Okay, no, that is it. That's the one I use the most. The particle beam rifle. Yeah, that was my go-to. Actually, completely forgot about that.
Mainly because it was just a heavy weapon you could use quite.
Yeah, it was just like it was basically you know, a minigun before there was miniguns.
Yeah.
I got some really nice radius on my powers with this, so I do actually get to prime and hit them with the missiles really efficiently. They don't actually have to get super close to me at all.
Do you think introducing weapon behavior mods in multiplayer would break it?
Can they elaborate?
I think it's all about things like the augments from the single player where it lets you change your weapon use fire.
Oh, well, as we explained, people like Myth would spoil that for everybody. They would absolutely ruin it for everybody.
I resemble that insinuation.
And yes, he did mean resemble. Oh! How you doing, buddy? Ow.
Fiended?
Yeah. You better believe it. How's everybody doing? Oh, I got that weird lock where I can't move the camera.
Watching the stream, you tried fixing the fiend.
Fiend behind you, Zero.
Really fix it and take it out, because it's just terrible.
Yeah, the fiend. What I'm gonna do after this is I'm gonna upload couple of recent fiend bullshit, him charging me at point blank range, him killing me while still embedded in the wall. He's got to go. You can't fix this beast. So, Zero, run. Oh. Okay. Moving on.
Just absolutely take away all his ability to insta-kill.
Yeah, he doesn't work.
Animations, because, you know...
Just make his attacks down you. I think that would be fair. That would make him a reasonable threat. If every strike he does to you is a downing move, that's fine. I mean, well, no, it isn't, because he still teleports like fucking mental, so he can very easily hit you. But at least you're not out, just down and fucking out in that situation. And Union Pacific, it's all on you, buddy. So bring your fucking A game.
Oh, jeez, I'm getting a lot of lag though.
I would tell you what's behind you and stuff, but I'm not allowed to move the camera anymore. So.
Alright, let's hope my soloing experience.
There's a Wraith behind you, and the Fiend's on its way.
I see him. He's teleporting everywhere though. I got a lot of lag.
Yeah. Just make sure you've got plenty of distance from him, because if you're fighting a Fiend off host, he can do anything. You might even want to fire a Cobra in his face. Bang. Good fucking
you can
shot.
actually see the Fiend move correctly, so you can...
Yeah, I can. So basically, when he gets bullshit sync killed, it looks perfectly legit on my screen. But it's like, I know what he's seeing. And it's wrong. Okay, you got 3 anointed all around you. Get the fuck out or use a Cobra.
I got it. I've soloed on this map.
I hear you've got a good teacher too. Yeah, I'm not a fan, but it's I actually think I hate the enemy's AI on this map more than I hate this map.
Yeah.
We'll get out of here with lag.
Oh my god, you're under the stairs! No!
I got it.
You need to charge someone. Shields are down. There we go. Nicely done. There's a sea of invisible enemies over there. Do watch your ass.
Nah, there we go.
Wow.
Got it.
You literally just planked then. He just horizontal.
That's lag. There we go. I gotta get him back here because I cannot do those stairwells.
There he goes.
He's
See ya.
Get the heck out of here.
Watch out, chance
Yeah,
behind
1, 2,
you.
3, 4, 5. Okay.
Cool.
Charge up your gun. Damage immunity.
Iframes for the win.
He's back here. Grenade in. Get behind. Move out of the way. Stuck on
I
something.
really wish I could move the camera. I really do.
Clear from behind.
The camera, I've got this really very strange perspective, which seems to be collarbone camera. It just goes so close to your neck right now. Oh, I can move the horizontal axis. I just can't move the vertical. Oh my god, I figured it out. They've just made one joystick not work anymore. Now it's all on this one. Okay.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it does now, actually.
Gotta get out of here.
No, you're fine. I'm watching your back now. And now I've figured out how to move the camera again.
I gotta get ammo too.
Don't be afraid to use those thermal clips. They will never run out, I promise.
You're not getting away from me.
Watch out, Anointed, on your left. He's going into the bush!
Come on. Bring it on.
I'm drinking a bush at the moment. It's Belgian beer. Seriously.
Alright, okay, that kind. 3 more to go. You can do this!
I've done my platinum, so
You can do it.
You down.
That's my boy.
Are they are going to re-release platinum on this, aren't they?
Probably. I'd be surprised if they don't.
That it's going to be this week, but
There's definitely demand for it. I've heard and seen plenty of people asking for platinum, and I will be honest with you, gold's very, very manageable.
Yeah.
With the handful of good weapons and powers that's in the game. Not so much powers now, mainly weapons.
Well, it's still manageable with lesser guns.
There you go.
Just
well done, our hero.
Jesus.
Nice one.
Zero skill, he says, please replace the fiend with Behemoth. I don't know which enemy
I think we're all on board for getting the Behemoth in instead.
The Behemoth's the Krogan Kett thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
We got a fiend and an ascendant down here where I'm at.
Although I would be game for the Behemoth to get in the game and then just sacrifice a couple of anointed or.
The enemy allotment needs work on every single fucking faction. There's no doubt about it.
Oh my god, where the hell did that thing come from?
I mean, if they're not going to change the enemy allotment, they need to change how the enemies work. I mean, the anointed are just too mobile to be so many of them.
They're very sneaky as well, which is just weird.
Far too sneaky. They need more presence. They need to move a lot slower.
Kind of like the Geth Pyro.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, they'll kill you just as fast.
Oh, when I was watching the BioWare stream, people were moaning, asking them why the Anointed have a slowdown mechanic on their sonar.
That's just the Force.
Their reasoning is it's just to punish you for being out of cover when he's a suppression unit forcing you into cover.
And there should be. There should be. He's a suppressing unit. There should be. It's overdone. That's my issue. I don't want him to be bad at his job. I just want his job to not encompass the entire fucking game.
But the thing is, with the Anointed, they do enough DPS to force you to want to go into cover anyway. They don't need the slowdown mechanic that they've got.
But this is I mean, that's obviously in the game to punish players who aren't already in cover. So it's gonna, if you start getting hit by him, yeah, the DPS is gonna make you want to get the fuck out the way, but that just means you can run around the corner. To force people into cover, there has to be something slowing your ass down, you know? So I don't hate that mechanic as much, but I do hate that he moves too fast, has no presence, and there's so fucking many of them. One of those fields need to be addressed.
To just rope you and punch you out of cover anyway.
Yeah, you know, that was one of my biggest fucking issues with the Scion in the Collector faction in ME3, is he was a really efficient suppressing unit, and then when he would go fucking possessed, he was this one that would knock you out of cover, and it was just like, what on earth do you want players to do in this situation? He's like he'll just do fucking, what was it, cluster grenade all over the place, so cover was just no, and then he would just stun lock you like crazy if you were out of cover, so you couldn't be in that situation either. It was very unwieldy.
Geth turret. No, the annoying little Geth enemy.
Which one are you talking about? The bomber.
Yeah.
The bomber, yeah.
I hate that thing. I still like the Geth. They were so annoying.
Yeah, they were. They were.
The most about the bomber is that it could just ignore physics whenever it felt like it.
Yeah.
And electrical attacks. It would ignore electrical damage at random.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the problem with the Scion, is it was fulfilling two opposite roles, so it was just an incredibly unfair challenge. To have an enemy that forces you into cover and then immediately punishes you for being in cover, it's not acceptable. It just isn't.
Yeah, and probability failsafe on stuff like, you know, ignoring electrical attacks, or, you know, cancelling out the insta kill animation when it's already started. It's not a good fix. It's
Why did you put that away? No, it's not.
The enemies need to be consistent.
And what also needs to be sorted out is this fucking upload objective. It's still so unfair.
You got that.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
nightmare.
they were talking about objectives as well in the stream.
Yeah, what did they say?
They said they're looking at the balance of objectives in general.
Oh, well, this is the only one that's broken.
Yeah, I pointed that out, that it is just, you know, free hacks that can be stopped and rewound.
It's bad, and we've suggested plenty of great fixes for it, I think, as a group. I would actually like to see some more something to really make the devices different from the object, because the object mission is basically devices extended. Oh, we've done it already. Cool. I was running around looking for another fucking upload.
One of the ideas that came with
it just needs to be 2 pizzas. Just 2,
Yeah.
then it's fine.
Now, one of the ideas that came with the platinum idea was one of the objectives would be to go around deactivating bombs, and if you don't, then the whole game
Mass
ends.
Effect 1 style.
Yeah, but the whole game ends, or the whole mission will fail because
But then
you'll be
that's
dead.
devices. Let's be real. If you're just running
It's
around
devices with a
putting down
problem.
something that's stationary, you are just doing a device. It doesn't matter what you fucking call the device.
Basically, that's it, because if you kill devices, you also get mission failed.
The idea is, yeah.
You know, that's literally the point I was making. It's like the mechanics are the same.
If the devices actually exploded, if they had a timer on them, you know, individually, and exploded if you didn't make it.
How about a rescue mission where we've got hostages that actually will be killed if you don't go and rescue them?
Yeah.
Also, what happened to the old? Do we still have escort in this? Because I don't think I've ever done an escort.
No, we were talking about escort in the last stream though, and how many possible ways they could bring that back. It's worrying, just because the AI in this game is worrying.
They need to be tanky, or...
Yeah, just watch last stream. We went into this for quite some fucking detail, honestly. It could work.
Right at the end as well, so...
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, what minutes watched?
Or you could just sit
Oh,
right at the
fiend.
end.
Okay, that wasn't fun.
Right, I'm gonna do some damage. Okay, that was just the saddest missile I've ever fired, but I saved you, so it's alright, I guess. Oh, that's an interesting... that's an interesting barricade. It's blocking me, dude.
A little.
I'm having a bit of problem, as the Fiend hasn't taken any damage from the Cobra missile just shot at.
Oh, they do that sometimes.
That happens also very regularly.
Yeah, because the problem is you don't actually see where the Fiend really is. You're just getting like a wild suggestion of where he might be.
Yeah, it's like
it's not
GPS
just that,
on
because I
H
also
plus
hit him
internet.
on host. So it's if I'm hitting him on the host and it does nothing, it's not just the lag.
Although there's some really fucking skatey things. I mean, me and Wild have been on each other's hosts recently, and the fucking lag is insane. It's like, we got full bars, we're right next to each other. I could literally take a trip to James's if I really wanted to. You know.
Okay, this Fiend is just weird. He's disappearing.
Oh yeah, he'll do that.
Okay,
Bang,
right
bang, bang. He's gone.
And he reappeared.
No.
Yeah,
I forgot all the extraction.
don't do that.
There we go. That was a little more chaotic than I wanted it to be.
Yeah, and I also got 2 bars on my own host. Anybody want to wager in why that's the case? more tech savvy people might want to explain that for me, because I don't get it.
Coffee. You didn't offer us anything to drink. You're just a terrible host.
Oh, you fucking twat! Oh.
Or the British way, you didn't offer us any bourbons.
I'm very sorry. I know that that hurts a lot of people here, close to me. Look at the gold!
I would, but
The build will work, guys. The build still
I
works.
can't see.
Oh dear.
The delay will be with you shortly. Well, the delay's with you right now. The actual footage will be with you shortly. So, the build is only slightly tweaked. The Remnant VI now, rather than have the recharge speed, because he survives pretty damn fucking well, has just got the health regeneration now. And I've still got this, the extra health here. This makes him very tanky, but according to Myth, this also makes him extremely aggressive as well. So this might be something I change, just so that he doesn't fly away from me so often and I can get more combos off. Might go with the beam. I'll practice with it. Right now, my gut says keep him strong. I'd rather him be helpful sometimes than dead all of the time. But we'll see. If I can get him to be a much better detonator for me, that's something definitely worth considering. And then of course I go with the missile. The missile's awesome.
He really
Barricade.
doesn't die as much with the range.
And then I will practice with that. Then I'll definitely give that another go.
Most of the time I die faster than the VI. So.
That's because the Architect is squishy.
Yeah, that he be.
So then what's the point in going for the extra health if it doesn't really need it?
Well, I'm talking about the Remnant's health, not the Architect's.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
the
find
Remnant
that
doesn't need it.
I find that while the VI is about, I don't get shot as much, so I don't.
Yeah,
die as often.
he's an aggro sponge, that's for sure.
Yeah, but he's the same aggro sponge on range.
Yeah, but then he'll die sooner. You see this is the ultimate debate. I will try it mainly because you suggested it, so I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. But yeah, well, stick around. That Remnant VI might go the other way round on rank 5, but you saw how effective the current setup is. May change in the future. Barricade is for more barricades, weapon damage, and the primer, the electrical effect. This is to basically just give me a damage boost, keep me safe, and prime any enemies that get too close for my Remnant VI to nuke with his missile. Obviously, like we said, the Remnant VI with his tanky health is also really good for keeping the aggro off you and keeping your Architect alive. He's squishy. He's unfortunately Krogan Vanguard melee build squishy, but that is squishy. Offensive tech is, I go with the combo damage here, because it's not about the power damage, although the missiles are good. I still want those few tech combos to really benefit me, get those shields off so I can take them down more efficiently. But then I go with the anti-armor, so that when he is just hitting stray enemies for me, like the Fiend and such, he's doing nice damage to that. I can't say I was struggling too much with shields. You might want to go with the anti-shield to really benefit you, but I think getting a nice balance of your power damage is good here. And then definitely get the elemental debuff, for all the reasons I've gushed over like 3 times already. And then for his system supports, I went with the effect radius. Because the barricade lasts long enough, you'll probably need to put a new one down, just so you can find new enemies as opposed to just leaving its duration go any longer. Then I go with this. This gives me and my Remnant VI plenty of health. Well, all the health we can want. And then there's the damage debuff. So any enemies who do get too close and do get primed, they also do less damage. Happy days.
K Brown asks, do you like Andromeda as much as ME3?
No. Sorry, was that a bit too quick? No, absolutely not.
Not a rhetorical question.
No, I'm sorry. Show me variety, and I will show you somebody who loves Mass Effect Andromeda. Right now, it's not here.
Yeah.
It's another
but
Zero, sorry.
Go, baby, go.
Do you think they should introduce medic energy types, or would that make the game too unfair?
Well, we got shield boost already, and we got an energy drain you can spec to heal you. There's that bloody. It's already present.
Enemies that heal enemies.
Yeah, I like that because. Yeah, that would be. I would loved that because that was like everybody's given like the latest Doom so much praise for giving players this momentum in combat, because the way you killed enemies got you different outputs. So it's like in Doom, if you go around like meleeing stuff to death, you know that enemy drops health, so that forces players to be super aggressive to stay alive, and that's clever design. You know, and basically that's what what the Vulture Hunter mode, what was it called? Bloodlust. That's what that did. It's like basically you got stronger the more you killed, and it just gave the combat this momentum, and stuff like that is really kind of interactive on a very passive level. So it's not something you need to think about. It's not something you need to worry about. It's just something that just happens and just keeps the game flowing. There needs to be more of that and less overload and incinerate and lance and throw, please.
It was more on about like how, you know, how the combat engineer could heal the Atlas. Yeah, no. So I was about to get to that. I just I got kind of derailed there. Yeah, I like that. I like having enemies that have purposes, because then that makes players strategize like actively within a game. So it's like if you've presented a bunch of enemies and they've all got their own recognizable silhouettes, and you say, oh, hang on, that enemy's going to make all these enemies stay alive for longer, so I need to make sure he's gone before I can deal with these. Suddenly there's depth from that. So enemies that have more of an interaction than, oh, if he hits me it'll hurt, but if he hits me it'll hurt more. You know, that kind of stuff's cool. I like it. So yeah, bring back those enemies that you want to sort of prioritize over others. Because right now we've got enemies that force you into cover, enemies that force you out of cover, enemies that sync kill you. That's what's in the game right now on every single faction.
And enemy that teleports and no one knows what it's doing.
Unfortunately, that is connected to the enemies that sync kill you. But yeah, you know, that's what we got. Let's wrap things up now, though, with the new Apex mission. It is a bronze, so it shouldn't take us too long. It's on a pretty new icebreaker. It's silver, is it? I apologise. Is this it?
Kett, select 1 sec.
I believe so. Yes, chasing the Roekaar intelligence. So yeah, the Roekaar is still that... All right then, anybody want to let Myth back in?
No,
yeah, I'll go
no one
jump
let
out.
me.
Nobody.
No one let him in.
Alright, I'll get my spot.
Thank you very much.
Myth, please choose the Krogan Gladiator, just to make Bwnci feel a little uncomfortable.
Why?
Because they think I won't switch to the Krogan Gladiator.
Plus he's a Salarian, and Krogans just don't like them.
I tell you what would be more fun. How about we all go cryo beam?
God, I don't have it.
Oh, all right then. We'll all go Krogan
all go
Gladiator
what?
then. We'll do it for another stream. Don't worry. Just now people have got a reason to come back.
I think we're getting to the point now, but you're getting to the point now, Bwnci, where it's just you're now going to be doing characters you want to do.
Yeah, it is definitely dwindling down to that. Less without the kind of experimentation being available. But you're about to see more Krogan and the least balls you've ever seen in one match. Let's do this.
Nice.
Okay.
I did a goal. I think I did a goal match a couple of weeks ago.
I just remember
with a group of people.
there will be
we're all
no
using the Krogan
biotic
Gladiator,
explosions.
and we're all just stealing other people's pull targets.
I just remembered though we have no way to explode our biotic explosions now.
Not if you're doing the smart thing. I'm going to just double check that I got everything here. No, let me get a jumbo in.
There
Cheeky
is no
jumbo.
dumb thing to detonate either.
I shall be back
no
in a moment.
Righty then. Let's do this. So yeah, it's the Roekaar. It's Outlaw soft, but we brought our purses into it, so yeah, we're ready. That's a lot of meat.
I just
No-
saw it on the stream. That's hilarious. Oh.
No.
Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you swing, I can guarantee you, if you Google 4 Krogan females, you're not going to get something this pretty.
Oh.
It's pretty hot though.
Yeah, sure.
I'm tempted to do that now, just to Google it.
I'll tug for that. Don't tell him I sent you. Don't do it.
No, I just have it in.
Just don't do any jokes about bones.
What you'll actually discover is that it's actually my DeviantArt account.
Who's got the flipping Vanguard?
Oh, you spoil sport. But yeah, okay. This is the new Icebreaker, or the alternative Icebreaker. We're quite happy to see this coming to fruition. It's pretty. It's got a nice glowy sun.
It's not that different.
It kind of it kind of gives.
It's just day and night.
Oh yeah, don't make any mistake. I'm not saying it's original or anything. I'm just saying it's like it's pretty. It's a nice glow to it. It basically gives it that aquafire based sheen, which I'm okay with. My reload speed seems really low.
I like how broken I'm on this game.
What's going on? I don't remember my reload speed being so long. I guess because the enemies die quicker, it feels off. This is the thing. If you tweak the smallest things, can have the biggest impact. Okay, they're on the roof then. Those enemies, huh? No, where are they? Come here and be hit with my hammer. Good boy.
I do miss the Warlord's hammer.
Hail to the hammer.
No
Sizes and everything.
Heavy melee was the same
I know,
as
the
this
sizes don't
heavy
matter.
as the Gladiator's melee. He would be a much better character because he would be vulnerable all the time when he's doing his best attack.
Yeah, he'd be able to tank like a boss. I have to say the interiors of this version is super dark.
I do miss his biotic hammer ability.
Oh, that was a beautiful, beautiful thing.
They definitely missed the trick with the fucking.
Ugh.
Gladiator.
Well, you say miss a trick. I want to know where the fuck she hides her hammer when it's not being swung around. Where does it go?
That's
Well,
a question you don't. Well, that might
Yeah.
change this video to an 18.
Yeah, that might
Krogan males have 4 times the balls. Do Krogan females have 4 times the depth? Find out in another exciting episode. Bang.
Got a question?
Yep.
What build do you recommend to gladiators not at X rank?
Well, mine. Have you seen it? It's rank 1.
Just run around hitting things.
Yeah. I can't remember which part of the stream I did it, but yeah, it's available, and it's a rank 1 Krogan Gladiator. It fucks everything up. Happy days. Although I will tell you, I've messed around with where the points are at the moment, so I'll show you that at the end of this, actually, because I have made her a bit healthier just to tank a bit better. I've prioritized different things now. It's the same build. Oh, my annihilation field's off. I forgot. Yuck, yuck, yuck. There should probably be a dripping effect on this ice. This doesn't look like it would not defrost. This map.
Sources say key data is scattered around this area.
Murder!
I feel like for hazards you should have like icicle land on you.
Yeah, and the floor should be slippery. For hilarious ragdoll.
Yeah.
Like you've got like a 1% chance of just slipping and falling on the floor.
Yeah, off the map. It's always on the edges. No!
No, it's just on dash you will slip.
Hydra.
On the floor dash. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, an aerial hydra there. Watch yourself.
Nick, yeah, you've been asked to talk louder.
I do want to see a Hydra.
Oh, Miss seems fine to me.
Me talking
What's that, sorry?
louder?
No, Nick, not
I just
Nick.
want to see a Hydra slip off the edge of the map.
Yeah. Like a fucking clumsy
Are they
cheek.
sarcastic or are they serious?
Yeah, Miss doesn't seem quiet to me, guys.
Well, Nick, not Nick. Nick.
Oh, Nick. Oh, yeah, Nick is
Nick,
super quiet.
Sorry.
Bang.
Hopefully I resolved my quiet issue from last stream.
Yeah, you're plenty readable or audible.
Wait, who was the person tapping last stream?
That's Zero. Yeah.
This stream.
There he is.
Like both.
I gotta get my Morse code book out. Let me go get it.
It is more
don't
code
think.
actually.
Bwnci, do you think the hazard maps have a place in this game?
Yes.
Nice job,
Yeah, absolutely. I love those dynamic map features. They're really good. Just yeah, you definitely don't need a dark fire-based giant because we've got it in the game. That's just something some of the maps are doing now. That's not a hazard. But yeah, stuff like the acid rain and the seeker swarm, something that just changes the pace of the map. Yeah, bring them back. Happy to see it. I mean, not exactly them because they are elements from the past, but you know, something mechanically identical. I'd be okay with it.
They could do, when they bring out Aqua, they are going to be bringing it out to the main thing, they could make that into an acid rain hazard map.
Yeah, absolutely. Acid rain could easily come back, I think.
Kadara, and Kadara has a water problem.
Well, I'll tell you what, in my 5 minutes of experience with the single player, I would say a lightning thing could probably be a hazard, just lightning falling down.
Isn't there a minefield mechanic in this as well from the single player?
Oh, that's another one that could be fun.
Mine.
As long as there's a way to clearly represent these things, so it isn't just trial and fucking error. Yeah, I'm okay with stuff like that.
There probably be like a little flashing red light or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Kind of like the actual mine.
Well, no, I'm saying like if we were dealing with say like the a lightning bolt hazard, there should be like a glow on the floor that you can spot and react to.
Yeah.
It won't be there for long.
single
But it
player,
is a warning before it
it's
strikes, something like that.
It's like a little static haze that comes up off the ground, and it's
yeah,
there
from
for
the
a good few
beginning of the
seconds,
game.
and then lightning strikes.
Yeah, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, that's a point. That does actually happen. It's a straight up actual hazard in the game. I forgot. That does in the 5 minutes I played it. Yeah, they could bring stuff like that in.
That hazard only work on Paradox, though. It's I think the only one that is on that planet.
Also friendly fire. I want friendly fire.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, that would be a game killer.
DLC, I want it. I'll buy it.
I want a friendly fire mode.
BioWare, take my money.
Take the fuck yourself DLC.
Isn't that essentially the DLC we're getting anyway?
Yeah. At least we're not paying for it.
Well, true.
As long as you don't buy Andromeda points, which, you know, on the record, I'm very happy.
Alright then, people are buying it, but you don't have to.
Yeah, and I'm very thankful for it, because you know, it means that I can play the stuff for free.
Honestly, I would still much prefer a paid DLC model where the DLC is just well developed and worth your money. Because what they do here, it seems like it's all for our benefit, but it's not. The fact of the matter is, these companies make so much more money off this business scheme. That's why they do it.
Here's the thing. Do you know how Kotaku's twice now said the Montreal studios getting canned and all that shit in the game? Shelved indefinitely. These are true, but EA was happy with the sales of this game.
Well, of course it did, because it ran off Mass Effect's hype, which was colossal.
Yeah.
But now, do another Mass Effect after this one and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
But EA haven't really had a thing, a culture of if they've been disappointed with the game, they're going to lie to your face. If they've been disappointed with the game they've released, they're going to be upfront and say we've been disappointed with this game.
Yeah, but they speak disappointed with sales. Because look, if you want to like put this into a different perspective, the people who made Suicide Squad are probably very happy with Suicide Squad because it made a fuck ton of money. Are the fans happy with Suicide Squad?
Harley Quinn's
Not so
superpower
much.
is literally just fan service.
Oh yeah, that's what she was put into the that fucking team for.
It was pretty hilarious.
How bad it is.
It's entertaining enough. It's not a terrible film, but it's not a good film. It's so not a good film. I mean, that's the problem. There's so many actually good superhero movies that there's a really high bar now. So it's not enough to just be entertaining.
No fairness, Marvel's doing a pretty good job recently.
Oh yeah, they're killing it.
With the Guardians together.
Yeah, I gotta get some Guardians too. It took me fucking forever to see the first one, in all fairness.
I heard it was good.
Oh yeah,
It's good.
yeah, people love it.
Yeah, probably need to watch them.
I would highly recommend the first one, and everyone recommends the second. So
It's one of those films that is overrated, but for a good reason.
I wouldn't even say it's overrated. I was like, well, maybe I would, I suppose. It's like, it wasn't as incredible as I thought it was going to be because everyone told me it was, but I wasn't disappointed for watching that film. I did enjoy it.
They just know how to make a good soundtrack.
Yeah, some classics there.
Well, select a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings knew how to make a good soundtrack.
Yes.
Star Wars, the original trilogy, knew how to make a good soundtrack.
Duel of the Fates was a good song.
No, actually, even the new trilogy, the second trilogy, had a good soundtrack.
Oh, but the prequels?
Yeah, the prequels.
The prequels were bad, but they were good music.
Yeah. And then
Silver Lining.
Duel of 7 was meh.
Yeah, Duel of the Fates with Darth Maul was just a great song.
Yeah. Oh, chills, man.
Come here. No! I'm just gonna lie here, I think. No.
Empire of March. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
Main
boom.
theme.
I used to have, back in the old school fucking my mobile phone has Snake 2 on it days. I remember I used to have like custom ringtones for my closest friends, and one of them, his ringtone was the Imperial March. So he would ring me before he entered the room, so he would have intro music.
Yeah, I've done that for I did that for my girlfriend once.
Nice. My when Nick rings me, my phone just goes share play.
Oh, Prim's calling her the Emperor.
Murder! You survived. What tomfoolery is this? Oh, that's a Hydra.
Oh, you won.
I love how your Krogan just shrugged that shit off like it was nothing.
Yeah. He finally worked.
No!
Oh,
I tried to get the pull melee bonus there. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? No! You tried to pull the Atlas, you swat. Oop. No.
Pulling an Atlas. That sounds interesting.
Well, play Mass Effect 1. Where you could literally singularity a Geth Colossus. Good times.
Oh, try and do the Praetorian though.
I'd always just run over to Mako. That's all
Okay.
I miss the Mako.
So do I.
Mainly because
You're
have
in
a
a
gun.
very
The
small
new-
group.
The new vehicle doesn't have a gun.
Well, I'm actually a racing gamer mainly. Like, Need for Speed is what I do, and I loved it.
The Mako was problematic, but it had a big cannon.
That helps.
Yeah.
Ow! Fucking bullshit
was
missile
hilarious
barrage him off the
as well.
fucking screen.
It
Come
was
here.
bad, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, the deal.
Where does he go? Oh, there you are.
See,
Good on.
hovery tank thing.
I like that tank, but that's because that tank had proper like level design designed around it.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was called though. It was just.
Hammerhead.
Yeah, that's right.
You went too fast, that would hit the front end on the ground and stuff while your momentum. Terrible.
Especially when you're trying to escape that planet that's falling apart.
My recharge speed just seems awful. I don't know what's going on here. This isn't what I remember.
Took a hit, but we hit back harder.
Don't remember my recharge speed being this
Don't
bad.
tell me that I wasn't in. I was in.
Me.
Oh, okay. Scrub. I don't want no scrub.
Scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me. Alrighty then. So yeah, that's Icebreaker.
Ice melter. Well, which doesn't actually melt.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and show you what I prioritize with a rank 1 gladiator now. So pull, I've only got to rank 5 now. Make sure I get the radius, and I got the debuff here. Not entirely necessary, but I like to have it. It helps with the ascendant. Obviously, when I finish this off, I tried this evolution. It doesn't work as described, so I'm going to highly recommend you do this and just make sure you've got more shields when you're pulling those enemies in towards you. For Annihilation Field, I do make sure this is fully spec'd out. I got the recharge speed, movement bonus, and the shield drain from killing enemies within it. That's going to be ideal for letting your Krogan still get around and stay alive. Nova I don't bother with. Offensive Biotics, I've just got the recharge speed here so I can get my pull going nice and quick. What I will eventually have on her is... I don't rightly know. I mean, there's the weapon damage is useful, that's for sure, and this is situationally useful. I mean, and when I say situation, I mean against ascendants. This will just let your melee do more damage to them, because that's the only enemy that doesn't die from the melee attack once they've pulled. So you might want this to just give a little upper, because basically with those 2 debuffs you should be able to kill an ascendant within 2 melees. But with this, you're just going to have general better weapon damage. It's up to you, really, what you decide to go with here. But for the final evolution, definitely get the weapon damage. And then for the rage tree, it's all about health. So I got health here. I got health here. Well, damage resistance, I guess. And what I'll eventually do is get more... I'll trigger the rage mode when I get my health drops to a 3rd here, so I can tank with this character. That's the Krogan Gladiator. That's the new Icebreaker. Thank you guys for coming out and joining me. Thanks everybody for joining the stream. Particularly thank you, Nick, for reading out the comments and stuff. I do appreciate that, baby. And everybody who's come to watch us, you make it all worthwhile. You really do. I can't thank you guys enough. But until next week, it's been beautiful, guys. Let's do it again sometime.